Timber, but I think it's a trap. So they're going to go the Jug.
Okay,
just get Nico
are they
Baby
just
on that
going their
center
push
here.
strat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess like Nico has just looked the best on Jug overall. And it's one of the least vulnerable heroes to like cheesy off-lane
yeah, exactly.
picks.
Like the bat or something comes out. And
yeah,
we still haven't seen that.
Some unexpected Forev hero.
I don't think that you can Timber against Shadow Shaman Jug either.
Is there any reason why we don't Chen here again? Because the Chen's been very good.
I think the Chen's been really
Unless
important.
you want to run the Naga. I think that would be the only other reason.
Then they have to take it now, yeah. But that's only, I think, if they believe that the Naga is like their best 23 Savage. They could also take like Wraith King here. Ooh, they take the Timber Saw. Okay.
Timber.
It's bold.
All right.
If you're going to go out on what you're feeling.
Immediately ban on the Grim.
So it can't back lane, right? The Timber is not a, like, you got to just go sit in your lane.
No, but you could have like a support pull behind your tower.
Oh, like drag the wave to you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they banned the Naga.
Cool.
I think
now the Lina? Oh, they banned the bat. Okay.
This combination of the Naga as opposed to the Timber is going to be one of the defining things of this series.
I think we're going to get another Mineski Ember, guys. Sorry, Mineski Lina versus the Ember and versus the Timber.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe they'll go for that Pugna.
That was sort of what I was thinking. I thought they might ban it instead of the bat.
Dude, okay, how good is the Skywrath? Is it finally time to bring out the Skywrath, an Ember and a Timber?
You know,
is Moon like a big Skywrath player?
No, I think just position 4. It's good enough with the XP talent now that if Ninja Boogie wants to play this 5 Shaman,
yeah,
I think Skywrath's actually a hero here.
I completely agree. Skywrath underrated.
I think the damage falls off. I like the Nyx.
Yeah, but Timber only has an early game.
What if they lean in and then flex it? No,
okay, the Nyx.
All right, this was the other one that we wanted earlier, but
this is good. It's great against Ember, great against Timber.
It has been
okay versus Timber.
It still sets up a stun, right?
The Mana Burn is annoying later on. The Mana Burn and the Carapace less so than the Break. I think the Break is like whatever.
Do you know what absolutely bodied Timber Saw at the Major was the Medusa?
They went back for a second phase.
Gyro.
All right.
Dude,
Jinesbrus.
This is such a good Nyx game for them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a sick Nyx pick.
Oh. 100% going Gyro. Is there any other sleeper carry we should think about?
I mean, like, Io Luna is like the other combo hero. But
Yep.
And it used to be like Ursa and stuff, depending on matchups, but unless they reveal something here, it should just be...
They could also Sven with it.
Unless there's some like crazy IOCK or something like that.
I wouldn't hate a Sven. And actually against the Death Prophet now, I really don't like Gyrocopter alone.
Sven is interesting. Nyx is particularly good against Gyro, right? Isn't that the big concern?
Yeah.
Yes. Relative to other carries, I mean.
Right.
There's just, well, you're always like, every time you press Carapace, you're going to hit him. Like, it's just...
I guess it's pretty good against Luna also because of the bouncing glaives.
Kind of. Your Wisp is so much tankier with Luna, though. But okay.
They take Gyro.
Just the Io Gyro, putting it all in the 23 Savage Gyrocopter.
We need to go, like, they need some burst damage here to kill off the Death Prophet.
So now they ban a March hero?
Maybe an Oracle for that double save.
Oh, that could
just cover everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You could also do, like, something funky, like, I don't know, a Lion or something, maybe, as a last pick.
For Jinesbrus?
Yeah.
I think March can't need any gold.
I guess that's fair.
Silencer?
Oh, A would have been sick.
Silencer's not bad. That would help the Gyro a lot.
It like covers the...
The flat cannon is covered just by the global from the...
I'm just thinking it like covers the reload and it saves you from Shadow Shaman potentially as well. Like if someone's getting the super Stretch Armstrong shackles from 900 units away,
that's true.
You can global to cover them.
The Bane is also super simple. Classic IO partner.
Yep. Just nightmare somebody, reload in, kill him.
And Fiend's Grip on the Spinning Jug.
This Mineski draft just looks very all-around solid.
Are they just going to ban the KP Beastmaster? Is there any reason? Like, what would be better? The Enigma's already banned. What about something weird like, okay, Dark's here. We haven't seen him in a while, but that's a classic with the Nyx. That's a good snipe.
An offlane Kunkka could be kind of
Omni.
So it's the March Omni.
The 5 Omni. We talked about this, and we said how much we like it compared to the core Omni.
That's actually sick against the Nyx.
But this is their do-nothing strat again. You wanted Jinesbrus strats. This is Jinesbrus strats. This is we are all in on our 3 core players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some games that has looked really good, and other games that has looked abysmal. And I feel like if they were to just 5-man early on the side of Mineski...
Mineski's supports are so active and scary as well. Like, they can make so many plays relative to what Jinesbrus can. And I don't know. All of these heroes on Jinesbrus can get caught by the Nyx. Like, Nyx is standing in a creep wave.
Yeah.
The Timber is trying to clear. Spites Carapace.
Totally.
Ember is clearing a wave with Flame Guard. Gyrocopter is rocket barraging a camp. Nyx pops out. Like,
the flip side to that, though, is that if they're in a 5-on-5 fight and one of them gets hit by the Nyx, you just immediately Heavenly Grace them, and then they're back in the fight, and it doesn't affect them anymore.
True. Oof. Okay, so we need
I think the Beastmaster is still top of my list. I can't think of anything better.
I think it's worse against the Omni Knight now.
There's definitely some classic double stunner we're not thinking of.
I could see a Kunkka, offlane Kunkka.
What happened to Sand King? What happened to that hero? That's a
too many nerfs.
That's a KP hero for sure.
The Sandstorm was a bit of a classic.
That's true.
With all the buffs.
Is Urshik?
No way.
Oh my God, they take it?
What?
All right.
We have developed a true best-of-5 meta where Game 4 and Game 5 feature a 10th pick Enchantress.
It's 3, 4, 5,
and the crowd goes mild.
This really is the classic best-of-5 Dota, but
they picked it. So.
Is it a good Ench game? You're against a Timber. That's pretty scary. Ember does a lot of magical damage.
All of the enemy cores do magical damage, right?
Yes.
Gyro's really good against Ench. You've got Rocket Barrage, Call Down. Purification's pretty good against Ench.
But she has a Dispel.
The supports are so do nothing.
Dispel the Heavenly Grace.
The supports are extremely do nothing.
They really are.
And I think that like Gyrocopter is going to take a ridiculous amount of damage from Impetus in the late game. Can't really itemize against it. Timbersaw also can't really itemize against it outside of Yules, so probably he's going to need to pick up a Yules this game. And also it's going to follow the Ember when he does all of his shenanigans.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a lot of damage, but she might just get bopped.
I am Jinesbrus. I will start off the predictions. I'm a bold man.
No, I'm Jinesbrus.
Am I a Jinesbrus?
I don't know. We can start this boxing match right now, son. Let's go. You want to talk into the mic?
I don't know, man.
Got a backup mic right here.
Hey. That was beautiful.
Dude, look, did you not? I can't do it. I can't go against the Gunner Ember. It's too good.
I don't know. I'm a little bit through this Enchantress, but
Oh, the odds. 2.2, 1.55.
Jinesbrus is going TI. It's happening.
Nah, Mineski.
All right, the Contrarian, it's base skip. Let's hop in. Game number 5. See you later, panel. We'll bring you back at the end of this one. Regardless of what happens, we will have a conclusion.
I'm torn for sure on this one. I really don't know who I favor. On the one hand, as I said, I find it very hard to go against this Gunner Ember because he's just proven time and time again to be on a totally different level with this hero, but I completely hate their draft aside from that. I really don't like. I find that the games where they win with this strat just seem like some insane fight that they pull off, and maybe they'll get that in the mid game, but the early game is just so blah. They just don't move, and I think if Mineski can just take it to him, the Ninja Boogie, Shadow Shaman has been the hero of the day.
Yes,
From Boombox to Ninja Boogie, it has been the star, I would say. So, coming to Game 5 of our final match, I'm tempted to believe in it, and I can't believe we're getting this Ench.
And depending on how she performs here, she could be the standout hero of the day. To be honest, her first game was incredible. Game 2, not as good, but still, she had a showing. And who knows, maybe KP can pop off here. Now, he does not have the unicorn set. I do just want to point out, cosmetics-wise, this is some sort of a Christmas set.
He's in the wrong season.
And I don't know what's happening here. Now, it is winter in Australia, but I guess they think of Christmas during summer, so it's all inverted. Here we go. This is part of the problem. Savage putting the magic damage in already. She does not have a big mana pool, so I think they'll take that. Now, I wanted to say, if you think Savage doesn't move, what better way to force him to move than Febby on the Wisp saying, bro, we are relocating. We are going, so giddy up.
You don't have a choice.
Pack your bags, son, because the car's coming.
You got me there.
Now, mid-matchup, we do have the DP Ember. Pretty classic here. And then up top, this looks like where the action could be. 3 dire heroes going up against this dual off lane of March and Forev.
Yeah, March is dead.
Yeah, that level 1
I love
Heavenly
Ninja
Grace.
Boogie's tips, by the way. He constantly tips mid-fight when he knows he's going to get a kill. And I got to give him credit because sometimes he dies while doing it. And they still get the kill.
He's a pro tipper. He's really expanding the tip meta.
A lot of love between these two teams. As many tips as you guys are seeing and all the all chat and stuff, it is completely out of love. You know, I'm sure they wish they could all go to TI. So lots of celebration after this, of course, for one team, and soul crushing for the other. However, their friends will be going to TI, and you know, there's at least one slot for a coach. So make sure you're the nicest guy on the losing team.
Now that is a fair point.
That's the real next level play.
Okay. Aside from the first blood, things staying pretty static. Now into a 2-1-2. The Ench Nyx will be the off lane for Mineski here. The Bimbo Nyx. A little rocket barrage action.
Yeah, plenty of regen still remaining here for the duo. And yeah, there's the play for March. He doesn't have a whole lot to do this game. You have a Timbersaw that wants as much experience as he can get, so you don't really want to be here during this. But he also has someone who's not going to be jungling, which is a bit of an issue, right?
True.
So how's he going to get all his XP?
Yeah, it's definitely a conundrum.
Yeah, last time with the Enigma went to the jungle, and March got the lane XP.
I mean, overall, do you like this Omni pick, or is that part of what you hate about this Jinesbrus draft?
I really would have liked another stun, but this is just how they play. They just try and enable Gunnar like crazy, and it works, because he looks incredible on the hero, but it's kind of like the Miracle syndrome, where you're just like, oh my god, Miracle's unbelievable. And yes, he's an incredibly good player, but then you watch the way that they just throw their bodies and have all these saving supports and stuff to fully enable him as much as humanly possible. That's the kind of stuff that they do for Gunnar, where they run around at 7 minutes, spamming Heavenly Grace on him and let it go hog wild. So.
Yeah.
If they can do that again, of course, that'll be a good reason for bringing this Omni into the game.
XP will definitely be an issue, though, as you mentioned. And right now, March
this is what he's
working
reduced
on
to.
some neutrals.
This is a good idea, because Timber needs as much XP as he can get. He'll just feed in the lane, and he really just has to jungle.
I mean, if Farev is putting pressure on like he is, getting last hits and not dying, this works. It's a little slow for the Omni, but it is definitely the most, it's the optimal play.
Yep.
And almost level 4, that's when Timber gets a lot better. He gets Timber Chain, so increases his survivability. He's over the hump. Just about.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of the more classical 202, as you were saying. A lot of this earlier Timber Chain, perhaps because there have been so many more attempts at his life. And so yeah, there he goes, the 1-1-2 now picked up.
Potato, a lot of stick charges here. Level 1 Carapace, bit underwhelming. Mid, dead even. No big surprises here. Small deny advantage for Moon. March grabs the DD. Probably trying to save it for Gunnar, but
yeah,
had to snag it.
Gunnar had the bottle, DP did not, so Moon forced to try and get some way to cancel that out. Even if it means March picks it up, she's still happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
March is really happy, though, because he just goes back to jungling with it.
Top lane. Farev kills the healing ward. A lot of pressure onto Nico. It's not disrupting the Jugs farm too much, but, I mean, look how well Farev's doing. 18 and 6.
Jeez, March is almost dying to Centaurs.
Meanwhile, in the jungle,
yeah.
Is this what we should be watching? Forget about the lanes. This is the real battle. Omni Knight on Centaurs. All right, he pops the mango.
And we got another bounty rune action coming up. Shaman's coming in with the ward, though.
He's just like, bounties? Yeah, I'm going for the ancient
He's
stack.
getting that stack again. Oh my god, he almost died. Oh, Ninja Boogie! Ah!
He gets the stack at least.
He's just trying to stack agents. Wow, the freest kill of Ninja Boogie's life.
Oh my gosh. Looks like bounties TJMM though. They got 3 of them.
Well, the Shadow Shaman being in the mid lane now, Nico Baby could use a little bit of help.
Yep, March just comes running on in.
He's got to deliver some items.
Oh, Nico needs to be a little bit careful here. I'm insane how fast the Timber can just chunk him down like that.
DP.
Mid lane, there it is, the exorcism. Nice aggressive fort here. Get these creeps in.
March coming up behind. He might go down here. Oh, nope. Shaman reveals himself. That might save March's life, because now he's watching his own positioning. He's going to check for the rune. Not going to be there. Drops a ward. And the Arcane will get picked up by the Nyx in the bottom.
Gunnar needs to be a little careful. This Ghosty's doing some damage, though. Omni Knight's on the way. A little bit of time.
Man, in combination with that catapult, they got so much work done on that tower. Do they dare? They're denying it. 6.5 minutes does not feel good to deny your tower, but better than having it taken by the enemy.
True. Gyro, the now classic build on Wisp. Phase boots into Aghanims.
Yeah, a couple of Wraiths.
Almost said Midas. That's not going to be it.
Oh, Febby gets caught after the tether. He went for the range creep instead of the gyrocopter.
Oh, he's just going to TP out here. No stun on the Nyx.
Yeah, he'll get loaded up with, oh, actually no items for the gyro. He's just going to start running back right away. Up in the top lane, we have level 6 now on Forev, and Nico Baby already used the spin.
It's also a level 5 Jug, so no Omni Slash for a reset mid lane. Looks like they're having to go on to Gunnar, but he makes it back.
The Shrine Party here in a minute, but Gunnar not needing it as he has the Fountain to return to.
Timber #1 on net worth. Small net worth advantage for the Radiant.
Yeah, and they gave him that ward up top too from March, so Forev able to play pretty much however he wants in this lane. He's going for the kill.
Solo kill here. Nico Baby in big trouble. Does have a spin. Now the TP. Nicely played. Yeah. Hanging on to those stick charges for the perfect time. Whew. Playing with my heartstrings though.
Yeah, very much needed.
All 3 cores of the Radiant, top of the charts. Not by a big margin, but good spot to be at 8 minutes in.
Well, Forev can just sit in these waves, but they've brought up Moon now. Try and start harassing him. Has to be a bit careful with the rotations of something like the Shadow Shaman or the Nyx if he doesn't know where they are. He does spot them with that ward that March placed earlier. See Shadow Shaman coming in the mid with a Sentry and 2 Observers. So if he catches Ninja Boogie moving into his jungle, which he will, he's going to know there's a lot of vision in by all these stacks he's creating for the gyro. Up top, he's on to Moon. Gets him with the ulti and a couple of Timber Chains.
Spirit Siphon doing some work, but March is here. They should be able to find this kill on Moon. TP's inbound. Doesn't look like it.
She has TP too, though.
Oh, doesn't have the damage. Can't get that Timber Chain. All right.
Everyone's just taking turns. It's the revolving door of heroes trying to help this tower. Now it's Nyx's turn.
Forev's like, all right, Bimbo, let's go.
Let's see the resume.
There's those 24 reactive charges. All right, and misses the Carapace there. March still running on in. KP, he knows they can't TP out because they TP'd in. That is the upside here, is now Bimbo getting dove, trying to make his way out. Forev with the Chakram. Finds it.
Yep, nice kill there. And 820 HP here for this Ench.
Okay, ring around the Rosie. Seems to be going pretty well.
God, this hero's annoying.
Okay, Forev. Just going to focus on the last hits. Okay.
And they're going to smoke bottom, though. They want the kill on the Io Gyro. Io going to relocate back home.
Okay. Fill up the bottle, just taking that free trip back to the well. Savage moving back.
Meanwhile, Gunnar is farming in the Dire jungle, waiting to see if anyone else rotates top.
Oh, that Wisp going to get caught, but actually tanks the gank for the Gyro, and Savage just TP's out. Actually kind of fortunate that he poked his head over like that and found the DP. Don't know if he would have been able to react quite the way he did if not. Bounties will go even. 2 up top for the Radiant, and 2 down bottom for the Dire.
Yeah, once everyone gets back to their own side there. And KB continues to lurk around the area. And Timber also rotated bottom, so we're not going to see either of those tier 1s fall, despite all that early trading.
Enchant pretty good against the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good opportunities for the Impetus in this game versus the Ember and the Timber, and then even just like the IO and the Omni Knight. It's a lot. It's a really good game to be in it. There's no doubt about that. She's looking for the Dispel into the Impetus after if they go for the Heavenly Grace. Start getting rid of that strength and chunking them down. Still has to watch out for the stomp there, KP. Yo, actually using enchant for its normal purpose.
And might find the kill, not quite. March, too tanky. Big stack here. Interestingly enough, going the way of the Timber Saw, not the Gyro.
Hey, he's a little busy, you know. He wants his hood.
He's killing other stuff, but kind of cool. Shows how much they prioritize that Timber Saw having farm.
All right, well, what's my last hit situation here? My net worth, 5,200 for the Timber, 5K for the Gyro, eh? General game plan looks pretty similar to the previous matches that we've seen from Jinesbrus. Again, very static, helping my core supports, not smoking up, not rotating, basically allowing Mineski to make the moves and then trying to respond. But they're the ones who have lost a tier 1 mid and a tier 1 bottom. Not too surprising when you consider the active nature of the Dire heroes. And now, once again, the snakes come out. The hero of the day, the Shadow Shaman, will commence another siege.
Well, they might make a rotation. March is moving up. He's halfway through 5 now. They'll pop the glyph. I think they will try to hold this tower. Starting to clear out the snakes now. Easy defense.
Yep, not too bad. But again, that is a 5-minute glyph, and the snakes will be back before then.
True. Yeah, tier 1, mid and bottom down. So doing a lot of work on these objectives.
And if you're Moon right now, the next exorcism raises some questions. Maybe too early for an Aegis. Wouldn't really have a lot that they could do with it at that point anyway. Perhaps the top tower is just the way to go. See if you can get the tier 1 and the tier 2 just very easily. They're going to miss the stun there mid lane onto Gunner after the Vendetta damage, but unlikely to result in a kill either way.
Yeah, there is a silence on the DP, but it's only level 1. Definitely a tough kill. All right, Gunner heads bottom. 4 kills in 13 minutes, Trent. This is a classic Game 5 decider scenario.
Yeah, classic taking you to TI.
Both teams playing very safe.
They're sweating.
Waiting.
Everyone's shaking.
Everybody's just sitting back waiting for the opponent to make a mistake. And eventually it will happen. Somebody will make a move that will get capitalized on. Very tight. Jinesbrus with the gold lead. But look at this build, Trent. Pipe first.
Wow.
Timber Saw. I love it, bud.
He's trying not to think about the fact that every single missed last hit could have been the gold that you need for a buyback 30 minutes from now that stops you from going to TI. All those kind of things.
Look at this
standard
setup,
Dota 2.
They want KP. Maybe they want the potato. He will use that
no Vendetta
carapace.
yet.
A little bit mistimed there, and Bimbo is in big trouble. Good night, Sweet Prince. On the other side, Savage may fall victim to a gank here.
Now, Nico Baby down bottom.
Haste Rune picked up. A little scary against the Ench.
Everyone's fighting.
Gets taken off now. Call down. Savage in trouble. Silenced. Omni Slash, but a GA is there.
They trapped March.
Nico Baby in the fray. Febby stuck inside of the shackles, but it's Gunner. Big bad damage is on the way. They've killed the Shadow Shaman. Now they make it back to the Shrine. And Mineski, I think, have overextended. They need to clean up these kills or get out. Febby will fall. They are definitely sustaining. Now Gunner silenced. They've got it even through the Shrine. Now Forev, though, joins the party. Raging Potato will be up in the Vendetta.
That heal's coming back onto Moon. Don't commit, Forev. Don't get trapped in.
He gets broken, too. He's going to lose his reactive stacks. They're not going to generate, and down he goes.
Now the silence. They have the snakes to help cover the retreat. Gunner keeps going, though.
He wants more. Light on remnants, but will continue to chase. Homing missile also coming, but now Nico Baby's back in the fray. Gunner, limited pass to retreat, will make it up to the high ground, and I think he's good. No buybacks used there. We'll take a look at the recap if we've still got it.
Well, KP's still going. We might never get it.
And Archie blows. Big gain for the Dire. 2,000 swing. Basically, the entire lead TJMM had gone. and then some now for Mineski. 1K net worth will be their favor as the Maelstrom gets picked up by Nico. Bimbo now in the tree line. I don't think they've seen him. And might be able to stay safe here.
He has a difficult game on the Knicks. Doesn't really have a kill buddy this game, right? Maybe the Ench kind of later on, but not so much. You know, there's no heavy magic burst that you tend to think of, and even when he's stalking up these heroes like Ember, what's the point of knowing where Ember is, you know? He can be everywhere on the map anyway with his remnants and the way that Gunner plays it.
That's an interesting thought.
You know? It's like, does scouting him really provide that much? Unless you have the kill squad with you, it can be difficult to really get much out of it.
You're right, though. It seems like Nyx has really shined when he has a Wisp on his team, or an Ancient Apparition, or a Zeus, or someone that can assist with that extra bit of damage.
Even just like a Lion, you know? Like, nothing too crazy, just a couple of spells.
Yeah, or Darkseer, right? Like something with some damage.
Shaman's just not really... Oh, relocate bottom. Speaking of the Shaman.
The wards have come down already, but Ninja Boogie will be the target. Healing ward off to the side. Febby stuck inside of the snakes there, but he makes it out. Nico does have the ulti, thinking about it, but now Gunner also here. Spin TP is available, and they'll just head back.
Tries to go for the ward trap play there, but of course the phase boots on the gyrocopter just lets him out, and then Io can just use that second tether to escape after the gap is there.
Well, initiation onto Gunner now. Silence, setup stun from Nyx. Perev jumps in. They've got the dust. Nyx, no vendetta anyway. Should be going down here. No Carapace available, and the rest of Mineski make it back.
Gunner's found his target to pick on. A non-enabled Nyx assassin.
Yeah, I mean, the Shadow Shaman's also not rolling in the dough, so if he gets caught, he's also a pretty easy kill in this game.
As we just saw.
Yeah. So he's got 2 targets to pick on.
You're right.
That's a lot of food for the Ember Spirit.
It really is.
He is hungry.
And the status resistance just makes him not so scared of that Hex that we were worried about before, like he was when he was playing the puck.
Oh, Omni Slash onto Perev, but he's got a lot of charges. He'll be good. Now the tier 2 under Salt from Mineski. Handamitis up on the Ench.
Yeah, just picked that up about a minute ago, I believe, from KP. So already pretty farmed since. It's a really good item on Ench. Always has been, because she thrives with attack speed. Gunner coming back in.
Big commitment. Moon
low.
Decides to pop the ultimate on low HP. Now the Guardian Angel comes out. They want this Death Prophet kill, but just might not find it.
Dead.
Ninja Boogie on the backside. Both fall simultaneously. KP going in deep, caught by the homing missile. Trying to make some space for his friend to escape, and it seems that will be effective. Jug makes it back to the tier 2 mid. And KP does not have a TP for a couple of seconds, and I guess they're just going to focus onto Bimbo instead.
Yeah, they just wanted the easy kill.
Yeah, there's the TP home. She'll be all right. Another big fight for Jinesbrus. Gold favor swings back to their side.
That damage from Gunner is coming in. As he said, popping the ulti very low for the DP. Only having the Yules. You know, you're not the strongest hero at this point in the game. She's now straight up bought the Mithril Hammer. She's going for the BKB next item, trying to stay in these fights because of that heavy magic damage we talked about. Which is also why it seems kind of scary for an Ench this game to at least get dirty in it.
Yeah, I definitely agreed there.
She's the real damage dealer in this one, though.
And no pipe on anyone. Ench is a hero that can buy pipe, right? Am I crazy?
She can. She has in the past. I mean, she really needs the hood, so sometimes they end up getting a pipe.
You know, I get that it's not ideal. They don't have like a centaur that wants to just build it straight away, but as you keep going back to so much magic damage, I feel like you almost have to find a way to work it in at some point. We'll see what she grabs after the Dragon Lance. Maybe it's on the docket and just not queued up yet. 20-minute bounties. We'll see a little skirmish. Gunner almost caught by the Carapace. Bimbo grabs one.
They want to force a fight at the spawn and bounty. They've tagged up Ninja Boogie again.
Chakram. No follow-up.
Yeah, not taking any risks here. They didn't want to set up for the relocate. Didn't look good enough for that, so they don't want to push any sort of a fight if they're not willing to relocate into it. Is there detection here from Forev? There is. He's got the dust. Bimbo better run. And happy to play the patient game here from Jinesbrus. They have an IO. They have a gyro.
I think so. Late game, should favor Jinesbrus.
Yes. The Gunner, Ember, the IO Gyro, it's hard to beat. I mean, DP isn't like awful, Jug isn't awful, but none of their heroes are just straight up good. Late game, you know?
Yeah.
They're not anything that you think of as being particularly scary in the late game.
Yeah, Timber will hit a wall a little bit, but even Omni scales decently well. The GA comes in handy in those higher levels.
Yeah, we've seen March get the eggs before. Bottom, they have the relocate play coming in. As they went on to Forev, they got him with the Omni.
And now can they get more? Savage taking a lot of damage, call down utilized, trying to find some space into the trees. Stick gets popped and they make it out. Just not enough damage.
So the 5 heroes rotated down, able to kill Forev. Needing something like that. They were behind, I believe, when they got it. So that did give them a little bit of a bounty bonus there. 350 gold for the Eng. But overall, not a massive swing here.
Yeah, it feels like so much of their damage is tied up in the ultimates. You know, like the Exorcism, the Omni Slash. They're just sustaining right click is not quite as scary. And 2 big items now out for TJMM. Maelstrom on the Gyro, BKB on the Ember Spirit. Nico, baby. TP out, knows his limits.
And again, it's been one of those Knicks just... This time he has friends. They want to kill. The Vendetta halfway through. Any sentries in the area? There's not. If he comes to this high ground, he's got a chance, but the very peak is covered by a Radiant Sentry. And now he's moving. He's too scared, right? He knows that there could be sentries in any of this area. I'm surprised there's not more. And he doesn't want to just be free food here. And they just end up losing the tower. But nice deny from Moon. They've been very good on the denies this series.
They really have. Kind of swung both ways. KP being a nuisance against Forev. Lotus Orb now complete on that Timber.
A lot of single target abilities, particularly from the Nyx Assassin, the Shadow Shaman, and potentially that Omni Slash we've seen a couple times lately, getting reflected and bounced back around.
Bottom lane, Bimbo looking for the TP, not there. Oh my.
Yeah, they just have that threat of the dust, so what can
That's just not happening. The TP takes 3 seconds. You get 2.4 on the Carapace. You're doing that one on a wing and a prayer.
So minimal towers really taking this game. I think we're even, aren't we? We got 2 in each off lane, and then 1 in the mid and the safe of both teams.
I think so.
Are we still holding that? Yeah.
Could tip the scales. Tier 1 up top takes the snakes again. TP in from the Ember, though, looking to punish this. Nico Baby back already. Relocate in. There's the Exorcism, Hex, Silence, Omni Slash all over. They get Febby, and now the Gyro on the run. Could be in trouble here, but gets Nico Baby. Falls to the wrath of Moon. BKB expired. Now he's in big trouble. Caught by the Bolas. Yule's Scepter will buy him a few seconds, but down he should go. The Wisp is bought back, now rejoining the party.
Can Edge clean it up?
She's starting to do some damage, but Forev trying to stay close. Minimizes the damage output from
She's
the
out of
impetus.
mana.
She be dry. A couple of stick charges. Gunner sipping up the bottle. Bimbo on his way back in. Mineski, they're reinforcing, and I don't know if this is the play. Do they have the damage to get these kills? GA is there.
Oh, March
Forev is still alive. KP now locked down and brought down. Other side, TP out. Bimbo should live. They minimize their losses. Buybacks on both sides. Let's take a look at the recap.
That haste rune from March gets him up there in time to turn that last little bit of the fight around as the reinforcements were returning there from Mineski with the Shadow Shaman and the Nyx Assassin. And that'll be an XP and gold gain for the Radiant. Again, relatively small potatoes. No one's jumping out to a massive lead. It felt like in the previous matches around this time of the game, suddenly someone got 4K gold consistently. So this time, we're going to have a little bit of a slower run. Oh, bottom. They just blow up the Nyx Assassin. 100 to 0 real quick. Whew.
Mid lane, now Ninja Boogie maybe caught here. It's good chakram placement. How far is he going to go? Timber Chain connects. The Boogie's in big trouble. Shackles, though, he could get turned around on. Great use of the Lotus Orb. Now Nico jumping forward. Yule's Scepter reflected, but Ninja Boogie still gets off the Hex. I think Forev's going to pay for this one.
Yeah, good Hex there. Wait until he saw the chain coming out.
Ninja Boogie again with the tip.
First time Frev's really gone like crazy Timber Saw this game. He's played a much more mild Timber, not playing that deep into enemy territory, but partially because of all that chain stun that they do have available for them from both the supports.
I like that he's got a Hex queued up next, going for some control.
Yeah, they lack it in their support duo consistently across basically all of their picks. So it's really important that people are thinking about that on the core roles.
Yeah, no doubt. And Gyro, what's up next? He's got that BKB, and maybe wants to go for that butterfly. Of course, Satanic also going to be on the horizon with that Morbid Mask. And Moon thinking about just buying an Aghanims. We're now 26 minutes in, and Roche not even attempted yet. Both teams have some options, though. DP, kind of queen of the pit.
Yeah, DP, the snakes. Seems more likely the Dire would get it, and the Ench can tank it all the time.
But they're getting to that point now where Gyro's farmed enough that he can just kill it, you know. But still, interestingly enough, nobody even thinking about it. I think Roche just feels too high risk. This game's very tight. Nobody wants to get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, as they say. Call down action here in the mid. Even we continue.
The big scary 10-second BKB for Savage. Spooky.
Yeah.
All right, how much life does KP have? 1,540. Double Bracer, Dragonlance. Will that be enough to survive the massive magical damage? As long as she doesn't tank everything at once on the Ench, I think the heal's going to come out fast enough.
You think it's enough?
I think so. They don't have any Spirit Vessel, right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they have an Urn, do they?
Not seen one. Gunner forced to BKB here, but might set it up. DP. All right. Thought she might pop the ult there, but realizing they can't lock down the Ember. It's a 9-second BKB charge. Hurts a little bit, but certainly better than dying. Absolutely worth it to pop it there just to live. Mech also up on Wisp. So up top, Dire, though, they want to push in.
More snakes, just committing every time. Are they going to pop the Exorcism? Got the 9-seconder. I think you need it. All right, here comes the relocate. Now's where you make the call. They're just bailing.
Call down.
If you're not Exorcism by now.
BKB from Moon. They've killed Ninja Boogie, and KP is going to get left behind. Does a little bit of return damage, but they bail, and this time they don't really minimize their losses.
They are not feeling this game.
Yeah.
They are just saying, like, we think we are very far behind, and we can't fight them right now. And they're just popping BKBs and TPing away, and that's going to instantly send Jinesbrus into the Roche pit here. And the Dire will scan. They have the Exorcism, but they don't have the BKB, and they're just coming up to the Aghanims now. It is only the Aegis, so I wouldn't say it's the largest deal.
I mean, they don't have any buyback, so I don't think they can overreact to this. They're going to have to let it go, despite having the Exorcism, which is a bit of a shame, but costly misstep there from Mineski, and now Jinesbrus should have the biggest lead we've seen this game. Will extend over that 2K mark.
It's been tight, though. No one really getting ahead. And it feels like we're just suddenly at level 20. You know, it's only 28 kills. I guess we had a pretty active couple of trades. But Nico Baby will take down that tier 2 tower in the bottom lane and continue his push. He needs to start abusing the spin TP.
Yeah, I would
agree. They have no way of dealing with that.
Going for the same kind of build here with the early Mjolnir. And makes it out no problem. Meanwhile, on the other side, 10 seconds until 30-minute bounties. All 5 of the Dire down bottom.
And the Heavenly Grace again. Can still get it wall hex. Whoa, that damage though.
Pops the BKB. They want this. They relocate in, but big damage from the Jug. Febby cannot sustain. He's down. They do get the back line though. March will fall, but manages to get off the GA. Gunner jumps out and comes right back in. Has the Aegis, but very low on mana. Yule Scepter from Nyx. The Gyro, he went in too far. Now he gets popped. Buyback from the Omni Knight, but this is a bad-looking fight for Jinesbrus. Now the Aegis goes down. Slight, not going to be enough. Gunner jumps back to the other side.
Great
KP
coverage.
finds the kill.
Raging Potato. Keeping an eye on that remnant, making sure he's no way out of there. And the way March not there in time. He was a little bit too far back as to where the fight was actually popping off. Couldn't get off his ulti to try and save the Omni Slash. Perfectly placed there from Nico Baby. Big plays in that team fight to get it off on the IO Gyro. And I think it was just the Ghost that shredded March to death.
Yep. Got some odds here. They've updated a 4x for Mineski, 1.187
Now's your
for
chance.
Jinesbrus.
Get in there. I mean, I would agree. Just a couple minutes ago, it was looking pretty bad. The way they were just dodging fights, but Nico Baby finds the damage with that Mjolnir. The procs are ridiculous.
That might be value right now. Mineski, all of a sudden, in a pretty decent spot. Buybacks a bit sparse for the Radiant. They will glyph, but still a good 10 seconds to lay into this tower. At the very least a tier 3. Aghanim's Scepter on TP lets her siege a lot better. Now Serpent wards. This should be barracks. Focusing the melee like good little boys.
KP helping to zone out too, just like Forev did the first victory with the Inch.
Get a little bit of sure damage on the ranged barracks, and now Moon will just TP home, not interrupted. The rest of the team likely to make it out also. Relocate, they get Boogie.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Minimal losses, totally worth the tier 3, and of course the melee barracks here.
All right, Mineski put a solid advantage into this. Yeah, the value.
3K net worth, the lead now for Team Mineski.
And March trying to solve some of those problems they had in the last fight, extend his range with the Aether Lens. Has the plus 35% XP too, so trying to just keep up on that mana regen talent, and then the eventual, well, whatever he wants, honestly. I think both talents are pretty good, but probably the Heavenly Grace with how he plays the hero. Keep the strong dispels going.
Bottom lane, pressure on. Whoa. Gyro very far forward. No BKB used. He could die before he pops it. Getting sustained by Febby. The GA now mitigating the Omni Slash. Somehow Savage is alive, and the Dire are starting to fall apart. He's lost his Wisp, and they'll finish him off. Moon goes down in exchange, but TJMM, they're running out of gas. They get another one on the back line. KP with a double. Gunner's down, and now March in trouble. Tethered up by Febby, but he'll try to TP home. Febby makes it. March on the run. Will not be able to escape. Another deadly fight for Jinesbrus.
Oh, the Shadow Shaman and the Enchantress starting to dominate in this last match. The plus 100 untouchable slow now picked up for Forev. So if they don't finish him off with the match damage, which is hard to do with a now finished 10-second BKB, they're in trouble. Look at the damage he did in that team fight too. 16,000 across from Mineski. Almost doubling up what they did from the side of Jinesbrus.
Yeah, and that was a buyback from the Wisp, so these are becoming more relevant now. The Timber and the Ember, the only two with it left, and Mineski are charging up the high ground. Rost Awards come down.
Level 3 too.
Still a tier 2 tower standing in the top lane, but here come the buybacks. That will repel Mineski. Looking for more. Gunner needs to be careful. Jumps out, gets hexed.
Just let him go.
Might just be a turn on the boogie. All right.
Yeah. Just don't try and save him, Nico Baby. He's going to get out. Go back to the jungle.
Tier 3 down, ranged barracks. Take a little bit extra damage, and Mineski unrelenting. They feel like they've got the momentum now.
Ooh, is this their ticket to TI? And what kind of a build can you do to stop it? Gunner looking for that Aghanim's Scepter. It's only one lane. The game is not over, and they're just getting some of these big ticket items. The Butterfly finished up for the Gyrocopter. We have the MKB already done for Nico Baby, so his head's in the game. He's got the right calls. But Moon has just been great in these last couple team fights, getting that ulti off and obliterating people who are way too close to the Death Prophet. But he needs to make sure he doesn't just get bursted down or anything. And Forev, probably the hardest hero to stay relevant in this game, is struggling. His best way to do it is to try and get that scythe that he talked about a long time ago, and he's still not quite there.
Oh, no. That was so long ago, Trent. That was like 10 minutes ago.
It's a big item. It's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's only 700 gold away, but ooh.
Well, bounty runes will help. And unfortunately, they're only going to get one. Well, it looks like Moon's going to find two down the bottom here. So 3 going the way of Mineski.
Do it, Moon.
And a smoke picked up here from March. They're grouping back at the shrine. They're drawing the lines. But there was a similar line drawn by Ninja Boogie. He wants to head right into where the Radiant team are farming.
And he smokes up just with the DP. They don't really rendezvous. Odd use of the smoke. Manta now picked up on the jug. Also has the Monkey King bar.
Threw it a slight, but didn't actually run into anyone. They popped the smokes on Moon and Nico while running past the pit. I don't even know if they noticed.
Jug carrying this game right now. Has the advantage over the Gyro in terms of MKB versus the Butterfly.
Radiant Ward goes down.
Gyro has had to buy back enough that not that close to the Satanic. That's the real game changer for him.
70 gold surplus on the buyback. And they lose that tower before they can respond. They want to fight on the high ground if they're going to fight at all. They're trying to bait Forev.
And they might find it. Now at the shrine, this isn't where the Dire want to fight. They'll pop it right away. Mineski starting to back out. The Delta split. How far will Jinesbrus chase?
They just want one target. Moon's just trying to hold that BKB. And they forced one at a KP and now try and back. Reset the fight when that BKB won't be up.
A little bit of a victory. Oh no, Gunner can't fall here. He's down. Sideline, 110. Now the Omni Slash, GA to counter. They're pulling this jug into no man's land. No, they're not. Okay, he's got the blink. No, he doesn't. He just made it back.
They've got creeps in the bottom. Creeps coming in the top. The Serpent Wards are up.
Such a difficult hold. They've also got the Exorcism.
Oh, give him the tip. They know he has no buyback.
Meanwhile, on the high ground, Forev trying to hold the last remaining tier 3. 80 seconds. Exorcism now, still off cooldown. Moon holding it, very patient. Those are just right-click ghosts as the Rasta wards come down. They will get finished off by Savage, but big initiation onto Forev. He's down low. The ghost gonna chase him. He will.
Get Moon. Can't finish him.
So far, a good hold for Jinesbrus. DP did pop the ulti.
I can't believe Forev got out of there.
It was so close. Those last little ghosts just turned around. Roche will respawn in 15 seconds. So actually a 30-second window without the Ember, but seems unlikely the Dire will become privy.
Yeah, so they got away with that, the death on the Ember, but he's still going to be lacking buyback for, what, 4 minutes or so after that? Yeah, 4 minutes exactly, almost. So he's going to be back soon, and it's Roche fight time, as you said. There it is, though, the Satanic.
Yeah, luckily for Jinesbrus, Mineski have not just charged right in there. And it makes sense. They don't have any of their ulti cooldowns, so they're feeling a little hesitant themselves. And again, still haven't scouted it out. I don't think either team knows for sure that Roche is up. Forev will be the first one to figure it out. Hex and Satanic now on TJMM. So this next fight could go a little bit different.
Very tense here. As Raging Potato, all he can really do is just try and scout around with the invis. Now the Dire team going to follow to his path with the smoke. And they're hoping to catch someone farming that bottom wave, going for a bit of a Hail Mary play here. But it's an understandable one. No one there. Now coming back, they see the Gyro and the Io in the mid lane.
They reveal a little bit, ghosts come out.
Raging Potato's looking for the courier. It's coming.
What do we have in the pit?
Oh, he grabs the wave instead.
Oh, that's an Enchantress creep. All right, Dire are aware, and of course now they see Jinesbrus run in.
They do it very fast to the Aghanims on the Gyro, though.
Dire starting to converge.
Now they're going to get a Radiant Courier, perhaps? No? He might get on the way back, but it's just empty anyway. No, March with the micro, he knows.
Oh, they're going to run in. They grab one. It's the Enchantress. She face checks the pit. Why?
Wow, the 9-second BKB. She's got the buyback. She's coming back in. Gunner, no buyback. 23 Savage, no buyback.
So scary for the Radiant, but they are getting Roche. It's going down low. Bimbo jumps in. The Dire get it snatched by Savage. They're going to have 2 lives on this gyrocopter, but now the damage comes.
That's
Juggernaut in trouble. He's hexed. He's spinning, but he will live. Moon's still alive in the middle of the fight. Now going to start to turn it on to the Omni Knight. GA was used. Febby getting low. Will go down here. The ghosts from Moon are just too much.
Moon
and the
is still alive.
Taking huge damage. Gunner's going to fall. No buyback on him either. Savage just trying to burn this Aegis at this point, but he can't do it. If they've got a buyback, they're burning him. 5 alive for the Dire. Savage will finally fall.
But he's been left alone. March and Forev need to get over here and try and give him a hand.
Forev has no mana. He has the Soul Ring. He puts the Lotus on, but it's not going to matter. It's a dead Gyro, and now 3 dead. No buyback. Jinesbrus in big trouble.
Creeps coming through the mid. They're going to find Forev, too, if there was any hope left.
Oh, no.
They dies
are
with
out
him.
of buybacks, and this game is over. 60 seconds with 4 heroes on the sideline. Mineski can just march down mid and clear this one out.
Oh, and Jinesbrus from that game 4 moment of being so close. TI within their grasp. They jumped too far. They flew too close to the sun, and they got burnt.
They could taste it.
Taken right to game 5. Oh, but wait, the timers are back. We might be calling it too soon here.
No, okay. No glyph. It's a 3v5. Omni is not in the base. Omni is way far out. It is a 2v5, and without the glyph, Savage will do everything he can to hold this. Siege Creeps still in the fray. KP getting low, but BKB, he survives. Nico Baby wants to end the madness, focused on the throne. Moon with the same idea. Gyro doing what he can, but it's not enough. Mineski going to the International 9.
And Deadmau5 celebrates very perfectly for the end of our coverage of Southeast Asia's regional qualifiers.
An absolute heartbreaker for Jinesbrus. The grind.
Oh, man.
Yeah, an absolute grind through the lower bracket.
Yeah.